So kita move to chapter 4. Basically is using script file and managing the data. Okay, kita dah buat sebelum ni. Cuma kali ni mungkin dia punya explanation or more specific on script file and how we can make a program at the script file, okay, including how we can manage the data so that we can develop a program that correlate with the data that we have in the script at the script area. Okay, ini kita panggil script lah. How to open this? You go to the new script. Okay, this how where you can write down your program, a complex program here. So this is a command window. Okay, basically kalau you nak buat program yang complex, you nak edit dan sebagainya, you boleh pergi buat dekat editor ataupun kita panggil script lah. Okay, command window ni boleh juga buat program tapi it's not meant for the complex program or the long program. Okay, this must be just only for the quick execution of your code, just to make sure okay your code can work or not lah. Okay, and then basically this one command window basically all the time we using it as a output punya window. Kita nak display the output that we have from program that we just compile and run. Okay. Okay. Untuk chapter 4.1 ni dia boleh explain the MATLAB workspace and the workspace window. Okay. Ni MATLAB workspace yang ni lah. Okay, workspace ni. Workspace ni dia akan tunjuk kita variable yang kita define dekat program kita. Okay. Define dekat program kita lah. Contoh macam ni okay, variable memory. Okay, you pergi je kat sini. Okay. Okay, you tekan enter. So this one dia akan tunjuk what is the variable that you just define in your program lah. Okay. Cuma yang untuk program ni, untuk kali ni, kalau you perasan variable dia ada space kan. Okay, space here. Okay, nampak ke tak? Okay, so bila you buat variable yang ada space, basically you kena letak tanda quotation, tanda quote, quote. Kalau you buat, okay, tapi you tak letak quote, so MATLAB akan anggap you ada 3 variable yang berbeza. So dia akan jadi error lah. Unrecognized function or variable for this one. Sebab variable lepas tu ada pula int, lepas tu ada pula memory. Kenapa? Sebab dia anggap ada 3. Just to make it one, so you need to put quote. Okay, letak quote. Okay, kalau macam ni baru dia boleh run lah, tak ada masalah. Okay, and this how previously that we just show you in the first chapter how we can define the variable a, and to make sure this variable a can hold certain value. In this case we define a as a variable and can hold this value 7. Okay, dalam a ni kalau you double click here, okay, dekat sini dia tunjuk the value that the a value tu, that a variable tu yang hold lah. What the value that a variable is holding right now. Currently the holding the value is 7 lah. Okay. Cuma kalau letak sini, kalau you buang semicolon, dia akan display the output lah. A equal to 7 lah. Kalau you tak letak, kalau you letak semicolon, dia akan tak tunjuk dekat output, but the value is still available in the workspace memory lah. Okay, basically the MATLAB has this value in the memory, so you can use lah. Ada soalan? The same thing, sama ada huruf besar, huruf kecil atau huruf besar, small letter or capital letter should be no problem. Okay. So once you tekan enter je, MATLAB akan compile your code dan akan run lah. Okay. In this case, so far dia dalam workspace ni, E ni memang hold the value of 3. Okay. You can make sure kalau you tak nampak dekat situ, you buang semicolon, you can see now E equal to 3 because you just define here. Right. So this is how we can define the variable lah. Okay. One variable, one value. That's a variable lah. But if one character ni, one variable can hold many value, okay, kita panggil apa ni? Ingat tak? Kita panggil apa? Anyone remember? Kita panggil array. Okay, array. So same thing, kalau before ni this equal to 5. Okay. Sekarang D equal to 5 kan? Dalam D ni, dalam memory workspace ni D equal to 5. Okay, tapi kalau kita buat macam ni letak bracket, okay, so D ni dah hold many value. Okay, maknanya kalau kita nak bagi satu variable tu can hold many value, we can create the array. How to create the array? By introducing this bracket lah. Okay, square bracket. Okay, letak square bracket and then you letak your value, comma, your value, comma and your value, comma lah. Seberapa banyak value yang you prefer lah. Okay, depend kepada yang based on the programming requirement. Okay, the same thing here. Okay, what is the difference between this G and D is, D ni apa? D ni kita panggil apa ni? Okay, double click, dia tengok sini dia panggil one dimensional array lah. Okay, one dimensional array. Tapi kalau G ni sebab dia separate by colon here, okay, so dia jadi macam matrix here, maksudnya dia akan jadi two dimensional array. Okay, two dimensional array. So this how you can differentiate between 1D, 2D or 3D punya matrix lah ataupun array. Okay, ada soalan? So dia sama, dia kena bagi square bracket, lepas tu setiap value tu you comma, okay, separate dengan comma value and then go to another dimensional, you need to separate with the semicolon here. Okay, semicolon here. Ada soalan so far? Okay, untuk who ni pula ialah the command just to show you what is the variable that have you been defined before. Okay, variable apa yang kita telah run tadi. So far kita variable, kalau saya kata you nak pakai variable tapi you tak sure, you tak nak make sure the variable is never been used before, otherwise nanti akan conflict kan. So you boleh check here pakai command who, so that nanti MATLAB akan list down all the variable that has been declared before. Okay, kalau you letak WHOS, okay, sama juga tapi tambah S kat belakang, whos, okay, dia akan bagi more detail information lah, not only the variable, including the size, the bytes and the class of your data type, double character dan sebagainya lah. Okay, so this is some of the common command that you can use to to investigate ataupun to describe the brief of your variable. Okay, so yang ni dia kata apa ni, the variable currently in memory, okay, dalam memory, can also be viewed in the workspace window. Dia kata maknanya variable yang kita define semua ni sebenarnya dalam memory lah. Macam mana kita tengok? Kita tengok dekat workspace. Okay, kan? Kita boleh tengok dekat workspace lah. Kalau dalam C kita tak nampak kan what is the variable yang kita declare, kita kena check lah coding dia sendiri kan. Check ataupun mungkin dekat common output tu dia bagi tahu lah. Tapi workspace MATLAB ni lebih friendly, dia akan bagi tahu a bit detail lah. Okay, so basically macam ni dia kata you boleh double check lah ataupun tengok data. Okay, double click on your workspace and you can see how the data can be represented in table lah. Okay, G kalau matrix array macam ni, two dimensional array is how it look lah. Okay, ada soalan? Okay, sekarang ni kita go to the 4.2, input to a script file. So when a script file is executed, the variable that are used in the calculation within the file must have assigned value. Okay, dia kata kalau variable kita nak calculate, okay, mesti kena assign value. Apa assign value? Yang ni lah, tanda sama dengan ni. Okay, ni assign value lah ni. Okay, G equal to this one. Okay, D equal to 5. Kita assign the value to that variable. Itu maksudnya lah. Kemudian in other words, the variable must be in the workspace. Okay, bila you nak make sure you boleh perform to the next stage untuk programming, you nak pakai dalam equation dan sebagainya, you kena make sure variable yang you declare sebelum ni, okay, ada dekat sini, dekat workspace. Kadang-kadang mungkin kita accidentally kita terclear all. Okay, dalam dekat command window ni macam ada kan, macam ada ni, ada lagi. Tapi dekat workspace dalam memory dah tak ada dah. Kan? So you tak boleh nak proceed. Kan kalau you buat program pun you panggil balik value, dia tak boleh nak display. Contoh dekat sini, dia kata the variable G doesn't exist. Tadi ada tapi sebab you declare all, mungkin accidentally dalam workspace memory tak ada, so tak boleh nak tunjuk pun. Semua tak ada. Auto update tak ada. Kan? So kena make sure variable yang you nak pakai tu is exist in the workspace lah. Okay. Kadang-kadang kita tak nak tengok belah kiri banyak sangat, sebab tu dia ada option just type who macam tu. Okay, sebab ni kita type who, dah tak ada variable, so dia tak display lah. Okay, the assignment of a value to a variable can be done in 3 ways depending on how the variable is defined. Ini dia bagi tahu macam mana nak define variable. Dia ada 3 cara. The first way is to define and assign value in the script file. Kita define dekat sini, dekat editor, dekat editor. So kita go to home and new script, okay, new script, okay, go to editor. So this how we can define the variable. In this case kita define game1 variable, kita assign value dia 75. game 2 variable kita assign value 93, and then the game 3 variable we assign to 68. Kemudian kita kira average, okay, average point dia, kita letak dia punya variable average underscore point, dia punya equation dia, the value of game 1 plus the value of game 2 plus the value of game 3 divide by 3. Okay, this is how we can define the value, assign the value to your variable in the script. Okay, you go, okay, boleh buat copy and paste here. Kat sini game 1 75. Okay, boleh terus buat game 2 93, game 3 68. Okay. Okay, and then we calculate the average. Okay, so this is the equation to calculate the average, right? Okay, this one plus this one plus this one. Okay, divide by 3 because we have 3 data. Okay, then you can run lah. Okay, we click run button, dia kata save as chapter 4 example 2. So kita save lah, chapter 4 example 2. And kita go here, run. Bila kita run, dia akan minta save. Go chapter 4 example 2 save. Saya dah ada dah, awak dah save. Okay, inilah jawapannya kan. Average point is 78.6667. Okay, run sekali lagi. Okay, so tengok variable-nya ada dekat workspace, sebab tu dia boleh kira this one. Okay, kalau ialah you tak nak display the output dekat sini, tak nak tengok output tapi you just nak simpan dalam memory, okay, you just letak je semicolon dekat sini. Okay, bila you run tu dia akan dia just tunjuk dia punya file name saja. Okay, tapi tak ada output lah. Tapi output average point actually dah ada dekat dalam workspace. Contoh kita tukar 750 tambah 930 tambah 680, should be the average point will be changed lah. Okay, okay, dah berubah 786 point something. Okay, faham? Cuba buat. Dah buat dah? 25. Ada yang ada masalah? Nak buka MATLAB tak boleh ke apa ke? Anyone? Okay, ada soalan? Ada? Okay, that is the first way we can define the variable lah at the script area. Okay, the second one, kita boleh define variable dekat command window. Okay, dekat command window. Kalau tengok dekat sini, dia ada tanda ni kan, segitiga ni kan, bracket ni kan. So basically this one lah, tanda-tanda ni lah dekat command window. Okay, clear semua balik. Okay, so kita copy paste je balik. Okay, sebab dalam workspace dia tak ada. Kita pergi balik sini, kita define one by one balik. Game 1. Okay, faham? Okay, dalam memory dah ada 67. Game 2 90. Okay, kita copy dekat command window, enter. So dalam workspace dah ada game 2 90. And then we go to the game 3 81. Okay, copy paste and enter. And then now dekat workspace pun they hold that value 81. Okay, and then the second one is go to the, kita calculate average lah, average point. So average point kita boleh pakai this one. Okay, okay, and then tekan enter. So basically you can calculate your average point, okay, dekat command window, tapi satu by satu lah, one by one kan. So let's change sikit. Okay, so you akan dapat jawapan. So ada yang ada masalah so far? Boleh buat? Okay, so that is the second way we can define the variable, or we can assign the value to the variable at the command window. The second one, the third one, which is the last one for this chapter, is how we can define the value, assign the value to the variable. Okay, this variable is defined in the script file, but a specific value is entered in the command window when the script file is executed. Apa maksudnya? Apa maksudnya? Variable tu kita define dekat script, tapi value tu kita key in dekat command window. Itu maksud dia. Kita define dekat game, kita define variable game 1 tu. Okay, game 1 is a variable, game 2 is a variable, game 3 is a variable. Tapi the value ni kita tak enter dekat programmer level. User yang key in. Okay, user yang key in. Okay, kita yang key in dekat command window. Okay, in order to do that, we need a command. so that the user can key in the value. What the command? The command is input. Okay, input command is to create the variable. Okay, so this is the input command punya form lah. Okay, let's go how we can create the input, which means we can use the input command to allow the user to key in the value. Okay, go to the MATLAB, go to the new editor. Okay, tambah sini tak apa, click this button. Okay, and then you have a new script editor punya canvas. Okay, so starting line dah letak clear all and CLC just to make sure it clear everything including the previous variable. Kita tak nak serabut. Okay, and then you just copy one by one this one. Okay, game 1 here dekat ni kat editor. Game 1 is a variable and then the input kita tak define. Macam tadi kita define dekat script, but this one we will define the value for game 1 dekat command window here. So in order to allow that, we need to use the input command. Okay, input ni dia allow user to key in the value. So kita kena tanyalah contoh, and please enter the point score in the first game. Contoh kita kata please enter the point score in the first game. Okay, and then go to the second command. Okay, game 2 variable input, please enter. Okay, the point score in the second game. The same thing here. Okay, game 3. Okay, input, please enter the point score in the third game. Okay, and then kita akan letak kita punya equation to calculate the average for this game, the average score for this game. We put the variable for average score is average underscore point equal to variable 1, value variable 2, tambah value variable 3, divide by 3. Kenapa 3? Kenapa 3? Sebab 3 data lah kan. Okay, 3 data from here, that's why we divide by 3 lah. Okay, so this is how we can using the input command so that the user can key in the value. So kalau C, apa dia punya command dia? Scanf kan. Kalau MATLAB dia pakai input. So see the difference between the C and the MATLAB. Dia punya choice of perkataan syntax tu pun more easy to understand lah. That's why MATLAB is a bit higher level language compared to the C. Dia lebih senang difahami lah untuk programmer biasa macam kita. Okay. Okay, ini diminta kita save under file chapter 4 example 4. So you just run here, then dia akan minta save chapter 4 example 4, tekan save. Okay, and then dia akan minta lah, please enter the point score in the first game. You letak lah apa-apa value, let's say 45, second game 67, third game 90 for example. Okay, dan dia pun kira value. Okay, based on this equation. Okay, can see the difference? Before this value enter by the programmer, therefore the equation is fixed lah. Okay, dia punya value is fixed lah. Sebab it only this value, okay, only hold this value only. This variable only hold this value because it has been defined by the programmer, which is not really friendly software to the program, to the user lah kan. Kalau macam ni, mana kita yang minta user yang key in, which mean kita boleh pakai banyak kali lah. Right? Ada soalan? Boleh dapat ke tak? Okay. Siapa yang tak dapat angkat tangan? Okay, bagus. Okay, now output command. Okay, output command. Masuk output command ialah to display the element. Okay, output command. Okay, to display the element of a variable without displaying the name of the variable and to display the text. So the command of display command is like this lah. Okay, maksudnya kita boleh juga menggunakan satu jenis command which is DISP, stand for display, to display the output, to show the output at command window. Okay, to show the output at command window. Okay, let's clean everything, clear all CSC. Okay, let's go for this one. Now we define the variable ABC ni dekat command window. Okay, and this ABC variable is an array which is hold this two-dimensional value, a two-dimensional array. Okay, okay, kalau you tak nak tengok value dia, you buang semicolon, you akan dapat tengok lah So ABC basically equal to 591 and 724. Okay. So kita boleh pakai display. Okay. Inilah. Display here. Display ABC. Okay. So that kita boleh display the output. Display the output. Okay. Saya padam balik. Tak nak you confuse. Okay. So as long as you define your variable like here. Okay. Walaupun you tak nampak output. Okay. But if you want to see, you just type DISP ABC lah. You panggil je nama variable. Okay. Nanti dia akan tunjuk semua value yang dia pegang lah. Semua yang dia simpan. Okay. Of course this one is simple. But imagine you have a long table. Okay, 1,000 of line column, 1,000 of line of row, and 1,000 of column. So it's very hard for you to see all the numbers. Then you can just call the variable to display the value in that array. Okay, ada soalan? Okay, so display ni not only can show the number but also can show the string or text. Okay, so in order to make sure the display can show the output in terms of text format, you need to put a code here. Alright, so everything in between this code can be show at the output. Okay, so kita tengok ni lah yang ungu ni kan semua keluar. Whatever you type lah kan, whatever you type even though meaningless, okay, even though meaningless maybe, so it still can display lah, tak ada error. Sebab dia anggap just a string, not a command. Ada soalan? Okay, so the next example show the use of display command in the script file that calculate the average point score in 3 game. Okay, so kita guna ni, kita manipulate display ni supaya kita punya program tu lebih nampak friendly to the user. Contoh, kalau sebelum ni, saya tengok kita run this one. Contoh this one kan, chapter 4, example 4. Okay, dia minta you enter the game 56, 7 and 90 for third game. Then terus bagi average point equal to 71. Okay, just simple as that. But maybe at a for certain level, you want to make it your software is more engaged to the user. Okay, more engagement with the software user. Then you kena nak letak something that can communicate with the user. So we can use the display command to put in your programming lah. Can put this one in your programming. So let's go this one. Okay, same here, game 1 input allow the user to key in the value. And then the average point sama macam tadi, sama macam sebelum ni. Cumanya kita letak display here, display here, and display here, and display here. Why? Just to make it more interesting. Okay, let's me padam. Okay, saya padam lah sebab saya nak tunjuk the different. Ini previously macam ni. Okay, let's run this one. Ini dia minta say under chapter 4, example 5. Okay. Okay, run dulu, save chapter 4 example 5, yes, okay. Okay, dia minta macam ni, enter the point in the first game, 56, second game 67, and third game 90. Okay, then dia bagi tahu dekat you, the average of point score in a game is 71. Kan, dia nampak lebih engage lah, just tunjuk output macam ni, and compare dengan this one. So, how we can do that? We can manipulate the display command. You tengok ni ada space kan? Kenapa? Sebab saya letak display kat sini lah. Sebab tu ada gap. Ini pun sama. Sebab ada gap sini. Sebab tu ada gap sini. So let's try just ignore this one. Ignore this one. And you can see this gap will be disappear. Okay, run again. 56, 67 and 90. See? Dia punya gap tu dah hilang. Sebab awak disable this command lah. Okay, kalau you nak bagi nampak gap balik, just letak. Dan kalau you nak letak panjang, mungkin nak letak gap lagi luar, letak je berapa banyak you nak letak. Okay, okay, you play around with this one lah. Okay, run 56, 67, 90. See, the gap become bigger lah because you put more display command. Okay, ada soalan so far? Ada soalan, faham, bagus, terbaik. 66, 67 and 90. Okay. Okay, saya nak awak modify this program untuk kira your mark test 1, test 2 and test 3. Okay, modify from this program using a new script editor. Okay, test 1, test 2 and test 3, where the input for your test 1, test 2 and test 3 will be kicked in by you from the command window. Okay, modify ni lah. Modify je sikit je, program yang sama. Okay, cuba buat program. Kira you punya test 1, test 2, test 3 and average. Okay, cuba buat dalam masa 1 minit. 1 minute only. 1 minute. Ada soalan tanya? Okay, cuba buat. 1 minute should be very quick. Okay, time's up. Dah siap ke belum? It's time's up. Siapa dah siap angkat tangan? Siapa dah siap? Tak siap lagi? Tak siap lagi? Okay, ini contoh. Okay, tengok. Very easy. Just perlu letak clear all and CSC. Okay. Just letak macam ni je lah. Test 1. Test 1. Apa lagi? Test 2. This variable is up to you. Not necessarily follow me. But make sure your variable is meaningful to you lah. Very easy to understand. Please enter. Please enter your mark. Your test 1 mark. Your test 1 mark. Okay. Nah. Okay. Please enter. Please enter. Ni test 2 lah. Ni test 3. Okay. So, bila you ubah sini, bila you ubah variable, the formula also need to change. The formula bukan ubah formula. You need to change the variable at your formula. So, this one supposed to be test 1. Okay, test 1. Test 2. And test 3. This is a case sensitive. Kalau T huruf kecil, mesti T huruf kecil, okay? So the average of the average mark of my test is apa? Okay. So ini sama, cache peran. Just try, save. So sorry, tak boleh pakai. Test 1, test mark. Okay. Please enter your test 1 mark 90. test 2 mark 90, test 3 mark 90. So the average mark for my test is 90. Okay, macam ni lah. Okay, benda sama je, cuma ubah je your punya variable just to make it more meaningful to you. Siapa yang belum buat? Siapa yang tak dapat angkat tangan? Siapa yang tak faham? Okay, ada soalan? Okay, now so let's go, we try another one to manipulate display again, display command, so that we can manipulate how the output should look like. In this case, we want to show this kind of table output. We can want to show at the output this kind of data that being presented in table form. So let's say we have this data, YR stand for year. So go to the new editor. Okay, year 1984, 1986, 1988, and so on. And then the pop, which means the population. Okay, population, the population for each for the respective years. And then this one, okay, table YP double dot comma Y equal to YR is entered as the first column in the array table. Okay, kenapa kena ada tanda apostrophe here? Apostrophe code here is to transpose the data. Kalau macam ni, okay, let's say saya tak run, saya run terus macam ni contoh. Kan? So the data is bentuk horizontal. Betul? Betul? Kalau saya letak macam ni, dia bentuk vertical. Okay, kenapa? Sebab saya letak tanda ini. Okay, sebab tu letak sini lah, supaya kita nak tengok data dia dan bentuk menegak. Okay, vertical. The same thing for the population. Okay, ada soalan so far? And then this one kita manipulate the display command macam tadi. Okay, tadi kita tambah display banyak-banyak kan, so that kita dapat gap. Ini dalam display tu kita juga boleh play around with the gap inside here, so that the data pun dia ada gap juga. Okay, so you can play around with this one, so that bila data display nanti dia akan jadi macam table punya style lah. Okay, so ni you letak sini. Okay, so let's go to the clear all at the top. This one kita save under file pop table. Pop table. So run pop table, save. Okay, so this how the data should looks like. Ni pun tak betul lah, sebab year dia kiri sangat. Betul. Dan population pun kiri. Kita nak population million kat belah kanan, betul-betul line dengan 127 ni. So apa kita kena buat ialah kita play around with this space lah. Okay, agak-agak lah. Yelah, that's the point lah, mana kita kena agak-agak. That's the limitation of display. Kita kena agak-agak, kita try and error. Okay, see, ni ke kanan dah, adjust lagi sikit. Okay, run again. So better lah, ni kena lagi kiri. Okay, dah lebih kurang sama dah So you can keep trying to make it more nice. Okay, adjusting the space in display command. Keep running and you can see now you can have a nice data tabulation like a table form. Okay, okay. Before this kita punya dah tak align, sekarang ni data dah align dengan dia punya header. Okay, so this one of the function of display lah cara tak langsung. Ada soalan? Okay, that a display command. Okay, okay, cuba buat sendiri Table. Kan table ni. In table. Macam ni lah Ha. Cuba buat yang simple-simple lah. Buat macam ni. Yes. Cuba using display your command so that awak dapat display this kind of arrangement. Okay, person, height, Wendy dan sebagainya. Yang ni lah, yang ni. Ni nampak sukar sikit. Okay, boleh buat sekarang. 5 minit. Write down the command so that you boleh present the data dekat command window. It's kind of form like this. Tak perlu line lah, maknanya data name, header, lepas tu data kat bawah. Sex, data kat bawah. Height, data dekat bawah. And weight, data kat bawah. Nicely arranged. Okay, cuba buat 5 minit. Tak sampai 5 pun sepatutnya. 3 minit je. Okay, cuba. Jangan tengok saja. Semua nak tangguh. Jangan tangguh-tangguh. Ini tabelnya. Okay. Awak tu dia look sama nak buat kan ada kawan baru kan. Ini masa percaya lah. Hero Star Wars yang baru, yang perempuan tu. Ring. Oh, lagi ni. Ini tahu. Tengok. Di mana? Tengok kan? Buka ini baru, buka program baru. Buka ini baru, page baru. Buka ini baru. Table equal to name. Mana ada macam tu? Ada istilah mana? Table tu apa? Paling mampu. Sekali orang buat table tu mana? Buka page baru Buka page baru. Jangan sambung kat bawah. Jangan terikut. Buka editor. Buka page baru dek. Ini kemudian supaya masing-masing masih keliru. Okay, tak apa. First time. Kita hanya pakai display command ni saja. Ini je. Okay, go here. Clear all. Ni tak semestinya ada tapi saya suka buat supaya saya nak clear. Display apa tu? Alamak. Apa? Name. Mana dah hilang? Name. Mana dia? Ni. Ni. Name, sex, height and weight. Name, sex, height, weight. Boleh? Apa lagi? Apa lagi? Lia, female. Okay. Name, Lia. Female. Height, hantam je lah. Height 150 contoh. Weight dia berapa? 50. Adjust lah sikit manual. Supaya sambung. Lagi. Siapa lagi seorang lagi? Luqman Al-Hakim. Male. Berapa? 170 contoh. Saya lah bendul sangat. Letak 70, bagus. Lagi? Seorang lagi nama apa? Han berapa? 180. Male juga dia 180. Berat dia pun 80. Memang ideal lah dia orang ni. This one is very ideal tau. Kalau kita tinggi 150, berat kita kena 50. Kena tolak 100. Kalau kita tinggi 170, kita kena 70. Ini memang ideal punya ni lah. Okay, cuba run. Letak je nama table. Hentam lah nama file dia. Letak nama file name jangan ada space. Kemudian jangan pakai nama file yang built-in function dalam MATLAB. Tak boleh. Okay, table. Sorry, saya tersalah. Save. Rename here. Ini pop table. Okay, semula. Run. Dah ada dah. Macam ni lah saya nak. Name 1 column, sex 1 column, height 1 column and weight 1 column. Boleh? Pakai display command sahaja. Siapa belum dapat? You letak bawah ni jadi apa? You letak ni jadi apa ni? Anyone? What you expect? Command window akan ada gap dah kat bawah ni. Sekali lagi. Okay. Oh tak ada mungkin kat atas ni lah kot. Pun sama juga saya rasa. Ada ni. Dia tak effect. Okay, tak apa. Siapa ada soalan? Okay, now we go to the printf command. Dia sama tapi tak serupa. Okay. Dia juga untuk digunakan untuk display output, either text or data. So fprintf is a command can be used to show the output, either the output is text or the data. Okay. The only difference is the fprintf is formatted, can be formatted. The output can be formatted. Okay. Contoh kalau display, whatever you write down inside the bracket will be displayed. Mana in between dalam bracket tu you cannot write down the code to program, to format the data, untuk change the data type, change the decimal point, tak boleh. But if you want to change some of the data, okay, or to call some of the variable, okay, you can use the fprintf command. Okay, apa maksudnya? Okay, let's say kita this one. Okay, ini contoh ini fprintf ni just a simple one. This one just dia nak bagi tahu walaupun dia boleh formatted, tapi masalahnya lah, ya bukan masalah lah, it depend. ialah dia punya dia panggil apa ni? Dia kata if the line is part of the script file, when the line is executed, the following is displayed in the command window. Okay, maknanya dia punya command window tu dia akan sambung kat tepi. Contoh macam ni. Cuba tengok. Sorry. Tekan tu pula. Sorry. Copy paste this one. Okay. Okay. Run this one Cuba tengok. Command window dia kat belah kanan. Dia akan sambung terus. Sebab apa? Sebab dia formatted. So kalau you nak make sure command window ni dia turun kat bawah, apa you kena buat ialah you kena letak /n. Okay, /n. So baru command window dia akan duduk kat bawah lah. So tak confuse lah sangat. Okay. So cuba buat menggunakan /t. Okay, /t. Contoh here, you pergi ke new editor, copy paste your program here. Okay, cuba buat /t. /t. So what happen? T is for tab. Okay, if I put 3 times T, that means I just 3 times tabs. So it mean as enter ni dia akan tab 3 kali dulu baru dia akan print out. Okay, contoh. Command this. Contoh. Run. Tengok ni. Dia ada gap. Okay, dia ada gap sebab letak 3 times T lah. Kalau ni awak letak banyak, so dia akan panjang jugalah. So dia akan tab. See, ada gap here and ada gap here. Kenapa? Sebab you letak T ni. Faham? Okay, now modify your program previously yang table tadi ni. Ini pakai display kan? Kali saya nak awak pakai fprintf and tab so that you can display the same like this output. Okay. Okay, nak display output macam ni. Tapi ni pakai display punya command. Tapi saya nak awak pakai fprintf dengan integrate dengan /t. Cuba buat 5 minit. 5 minutes only. Okay. 5 minit. Program tadi tapi pakai fprintf dan tab to display output jadi macam ni. Macam mana buat? Okay. Tadi pakai macam ni kan, display sahaja. Kan saya nak pakai fprintf and tab. Cuba buat. Silakan crack your head. Orang space manual kalau tak slash T tengah tu. So kalau display ni awak agak-agak kan, kalau tak perlu space kita letak slash T. Mesti you punya command tu rapat-rapat lah. Ayat. Yes. Ayat sama. Okay. Boleh ke? Tak share lagi. Okay. Nah, so saya dapat dah name, sex, height and weight. So saya akan repeat the whole thing untuk the next name apa tadi? Dia okay. Okay. Dah dapat. Ignore this one. This one is the previous one. Okay. Boleh? So this how we can manipulate the fprintf lah, the formatted one. Okay. Cuba buat satu. Cuba buat satu yang ni. Tapi letak display. Boleh tak? Apa display tak boleh? Sebab dia bukan formatted. Cannot be formatted. So display command cannot be formatted dalam ni. Kita tak boleh nak ubah. Okay. Kalau that's why bila kita nak ubah dalam ni pakai command, kita kena pakai fprintf. Okay. So that is the point that I try to teach you lah. Faham ke tak? Okay, good. Now we move to the next one. Okay, cuba copy paste this one. Okay, go to the new editor. Okay, just bit. So, cuba run this one. Clear all and see what happened. So what happened? Run. Dia akan minta kita say atas nama. Atas nama apa ni? Dia tak beritahu, kita save je lah nama apa. Cubaan. Okay. So dia akan fprintf to display the output. So the problem has entered everything here. Dia akan display. Cumanya bila dia run to the next one, next line ni. Okay. Dia akan store the value dekat workspace. Okay. That's okay, tak ada masalah. Sebab mungkin kita tak nak tengok. Tapi kalau nak tengok pun, contoh buang semikolon ni kan. Kan. Okay, kena letak ni juga. Okay. Dan tak digalakkan. Okay. Sebab letak semikolon dia boleh display lah. Okay. Tapi kalau letak semikolon, dia takkan display lah. Macam tadi kan. Okay. So bila dia run, sebab the programming, dia run line by line. So dia akan pergi sini dulu, clear all, CSC, to clear semua everything dekat screen. Kemudian dia run ke dekat line 4, sebab tu akan dapat this punya output lah. Okay, sini. Kemudian our run this one, they go to the next line. Okay, so they can store the value of x equal to 6 here and d, okay, for this equation lah. Okay, jawapannya dekat sini. Kemudian dia run pula line number 6. Okay, what happen is, because the fprintf parameter, so dia akan display to the next output. Okay, dia akan terus sambung kat belah kanan. Ini pun sama, walaupun awak run the program, bila orang lagi, dia takkan tunjuk, dia takkan display the output dekat line bawah. Okay, dia akan sambung ke tepi. So that is the thing that happen when you using the fprintf. Therefore, how to modify the program so that it looks more nice? So what you can do is letak /n. Okay, letak /n. Ini pun boleh letak /n. Ini pun boleh letak /n. So bila you run, dia akan tunjuk output. Dah tak macam tadilah. Dia akan separate lah line by line for every code. Faham? Letak /n. Okay. New line lah. Kalau letak more n, apa akan jadi? More line lah. So dia akan ada jarak lah. Sebab dia letak 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So space here is 6 line. Faham? Ini pun, so kalau dia letak reduce, so dia akan reduce lah. Let's reduce to 3, akan kecil sikit lah. Okay? Faham? Ada soalan? Okay. So this is the main point, the main purpose of fprintf, where you can using the fprintf command to display a mix of text and numerical data. Okay, kita boleh formatted text dan number teks dan data, teks dan numerical dalam fprintf punya bracket. Okay, this is how the syntax looks like lah. Okay. So di sini is a -5 ni depend kepada you nak pakai ke tidak. So f ni floating number. Point 2 is the number of decimal point. How many decimal point that you prefer. Okay. So let's go to this one. Okay, the same game here. Okay, let's copy this one. Go to the new editor. Okay. Sama macam tadi. Cuma tadi kalau you perasan, kita develop the equation manually. Game 1 plus game 2 plus game 3 divide by 3 untuk kira average point. Tapi kalau untuk yang ni, kita pakai built-in function. Okay. Min ni adalah built-in function dalam MATLAB untuk kira average. Average of what? Average of game score lah. Game here. Okay. Cuma dalam sini ditunjuk dekat you. Kalau you nak pakai the same variable dan you boleh pakai make it bracket 1, 2, 3 macam ni lah. So MATLAB allow you to do that. Okay, so tak perlu buat game 1, game 2, game 3 in separate. Sebab nanti you nak simplify dekat min sini, you just letak sekali je. Tapi untuk individual value, dia MATLAB can differentiate based on this bracket. Okay. So kita run this one dia akan minta save kita ada nama file apa? Chapter 4, example 6. Okay, copy. Okay, save chapter 4, example 6. Okay, dia akan minta dekat you enter the point score in the first case 67 and 90. Okay, dan dia akan kira average point. Tapi kenapa tak average point tak display dekat sini? Kenapa the value of average point of your games mark tak tunjuk dekat sini? Kenapa? Sebab ada semicolon dekat sini. Kita run sekali lagi. So, bagi markah. Dapatlah. Okay. Faham? Boleh? Okay, that's not yet. The important thing is dekat sini. Kita nak display output yang lebih proper dekat sini. Okay. F and average of your mark tadi point was scored in this 3 game. Ini bila you letak percentage saja, maksudnya dia akan calling the numerical value. Dia akan call the data, call the number dalam sini. So macam mana dia nak call data, dia mesti refer what the variable that you declare dekat sini. Okay. So whatever sini bila dia jumpa je percentage sini, dia akan cari dia akan tanya you variable yang mana satu. Sebab kita ada banyak value, game 1 ke, game 2 ke, game 3 ke, or average point. Right? It could be any. So kita yang kena bagi tahu untuk ayat ni sebenarnya adalah value untuk average point. Okay. So let's run this one. So enter the score in the first game, second game, and third game. So dia bagi tahu an average of 70.000 point was scored in the 3 game. Betul? So how to make it more beautiful? Kita letak /n sini. Okay, sini letak point 2 which means 2 decimal point. Okay, and cuba run sekali lagi. 56, 60, 57, 70. Okay, so dia akan jadi 74.67, 2 decimal point. Sebab apa dia letak point 2 sini. Dan dia punya command window ni kat bawah. Kalau tadi dekat tepi. Kenapa? Sebab dia letak /n. Okay, faham? Kalau dia letak sini 5 contoh ataupun 9, so sini pun akan jadi panjang lah. So let's try again. So jadi panjang lah. Kenapa? Sebab you yang letak point 9 dekat sini. Okay, faham? Dan di sini ialah an average of point, you kena declare variable yang betul lah, average point. Kan? Kalau you sini, you declare salah, variable yang salah, you letak contoh game 3. Kan? Game 3. Supposed to be your min, your text supposed to be show the average score. Tapi you yang letak variable yang salah. So dia akan refer to this variable. Definitely. Okay, cuba run tengok. Run. Okay, supposed to be let's say kata sini 56 first game, 67, 90. Memang patut markah dia lain kan? Tapi dia akan cari game 3 lah punya value. Kenapa? Sebab you yang declare variable ni game 3. Kan? So you kena careful. Okay, what the variable that you declare dalam programming lah. Dia hanya menjalankan tugas. Dia tak tahu pun betul ke salah. In programming wise, betul. Tapi it give you the wrong value. So you need to be careful. Ada soalan? Ada soalan? Okay, kalau rasa hebat sangat, cuba buat program yang baru. Test 1, test 2, test 3 macam ni. Dan cuba kira average your mark of your test. Okay, modify from this program in 5 minutes from now. 5 minutes. Okay? Let's modify just a bit of this program so that you will enter in the test 1 mark, test 2 mark, test 3 mark, and calculate the average. Yeah. Okay. Merah ni. Merah tadi. Okay. Okey, soalan? Boleh? Soalan? Okey. Nampaknya dah semakin pandai. Bagus, bagus. Hebat, hebat. Okey, you teruskan perjuangan sendiri-sendiri Okey. Buat semua example ni sampai habis, kemudian awak akan pergi jumpa sampai dia punya problem Problem. Problem ni awak satu, dua, satu pun saya ingat. Satu, 1, 2, 5 sampai 10 Check dalam VLE, saya letak lah. Okay. So awak kena buat semua macam sebelum ni, semua example ni buat termasuk awak punya problem ni. Boleh? Boleh? Okay. So I think that's all for today. Thank you for coming. Any questions, soalan, tak faham, boleh message, boleh jumpa dekat bilik. Okay, that's all for today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Thank you everybody.